Yoga is not according to social standards. It's not, and especially how we've been raised and shit, it's not the most masculine thing to some people. And I understand that because I was raised like that too. Like, I never in 1,000 years thought that I would be doing yoga, promoting yoga, different things like that. But yoga is something that has helped me in my journey, just focusing on really it's all just breathing and stretching. And in those moments, you finding enlightenment, finding relaxation, you know, consciousness, thoughtfulness, those things, you'll find along your journey. But the basis of it is just stretching and breathing. And it's just crazy just how beneficial that is. Like just stretching and breathing, controlling your breath, breathing in as big as you can, letting it out slowly. But the thing about it, and I talked about this before, is just like, these yoga stretches is like they look simple, but these shit is hard, especially if you haven't done it before, you're not in the best of shape, or even if you are in the best of shape, but you just haven't moved these muscles around, like that shit is hard, I done seen the strongest people, give up, have to break a pose and different things like that. And that's okay. The main thing with yoga is like, you can bend, but you don't break. It's okay to fall out of a pose, and different things like that. But yeah, when it comes to just like stretching and breathing, like you will be amazed at just how, just how it impacts your life. Like I was listening to a Kevin Gates interview today, and he was talking about yoga. And, there is something called a release in yoga, and release can show up in different forms. Release can be sweat. Release can be vomiting. Release can be having to go to the bathroom, but when you're in a difficult pose, the thing is to not give up. So you breathe your way through it, so your body can like go into shock. And there's also like spiritual releases, like you may have some pent up aggression and, certain traumas and certain things sit in different, and show up in different areas of your body. And while you're doing these yoga stretches and you breathe, and you may find it difficult, you may come to a place where you may even fucking cry, and, those things are releases. You may be, dealing with something or whatever, and you're doing your yoga and, those emotions can, show up within your practice, and it can cause you to laugh and cause you to cry. Like it's a lot of deep spiritual things that go into yoga, and I think that it's something that's really amazing. Like it's so fucking positive, like when you, like, even when I go to yoga classes, like everybody's in great spirits. Everybody is like, it don't matter who the fuck you is, what you look like. I know the first time I probably came, I'm definitely the only black dude in, the yoga classes that I go to. But they probably was looking, but who gives a fuck? But, as time goes on and you start to see these people, like everybody is just like so loving, and everybody is on this journey of just trying to discover themselves and just, figure out life, figure out who the fuck they are, and, be better and test their bodies and different things like that. And a point that I was making earlier was like, it doesn't, to a gangster, a motherfucker from the hood that don't really understand it, it doesn't come off as masculine. You stretching your body, breathing, downward dog, butt in the air. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, a lot of people find insecurity in it, especially black men. We find insecurity in, trying new things, and then we'll be set in our ways or different things like that. Or, black men that is open to, yoga, you may find insecurity because it's not something that you will do around, your homeboy in the hood, or you may not even, tell nobody. Like I ran across this video and I kind of related to it. And it was a video and it was like this dude, he was doing yoga in his room. And then his roommate or his homie come in the door and see him and he stopped. And then and her roommate like, what you doing? He like, yoga. And then he like, don't tell nobody, cause he doesn't want to appear whatever stigma that they have about yoga, however that it looks or anything like that. So, you in a lot of these areas, you can't afford to look weak. You can't afford to look like, that you ain't masking, that you ain't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you can become fooled. That happens in the hood every fucking day. That happens in jail every motherfucking day. In jail, you look at these motherfuckers and you think that they these big tough ass motherfuckers. A lot of these niggas is scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas is scared. So, but they have to put on this bravado, or I'm this big tough nigga. I crash out. I do this. I do that. I kill people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of them niggas are scared. You know what I'm saying? So they do the little scare tactic where they make themselves look big. Like if you ever in the wilderness and they say if you see a bear or you see a wild animal, you got to make yourself look big. You got to make big noises and to make yourself appear that you are bigger and scarier than what you are. Even though you might be scared shitless, you come into a bear, but you have to appear that way to make the bear feel intimidated because you're really scared, but you want to, let the bear know, yo, you don't want to come over here because you don't want no issues. You know what I'm saying? That's what goes on with a lot of dudes, a lot of niggas, but you know what I'm saying? I understand that. And I didn't feel as comfortable, sharing my practice, when I do yoga, and different things and recording it and posting it up. I was always worried about like, what would somebody say? Like, people know me as this and that. And like, I come up and now I'm talking about, yoga. I'm talking about thoughtfulness. I'm talking about consciousness. I'm talking about healing, and like, what would people think? And I had to come to a realization like, man, fuck them. Fuck their opinion. Fuck whatever. Like, who the fuck cares, nigga? I'm on a journey and I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to find my peace. I'm trying to find Davin. I'm trying to find happiness. I'm trying to find something to deal with depression. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, we only here for, we say this all the time. We only here for a good time, not a long time. You feel me? We only got this one life and we got to make the best out of this motherfucker, however the fuck that we can. So worrying about I don't care about their opinion any other day. What the fuck I care about their opinion when I'm on the spiritual journey trying to find myself? Like, who the fuck cares? And I had to come to that realization. Like, I don't let people opinions dictate anything I do in any other areas of my life. I don't let people opinions dictate what I do with my kids. They're my kids. Like, I raise them. We do yoga. I try to be the best father that I can, but I'm not doing that for nobody's opinion. I'm doing that because as a real nigga, that's what I'm supposed to do. When it comes to business, when it comes to work, when it comes to promotions, I never gave a fuck about what nobody had to say. It was a lot of situations and even in different companies where I moved up for different reasons. I moved up because I stayed to myself and I just work. Like, I just put the work in, but I wasn't trying to be in no messiness. I wasn't trying to be in a popular clique. I wasn't trying to do any of that. I was laid back. Like, a lot of people know me as not even talking. Like, a lot of people know me as being an introvert, which I am. But when it comes to like work, I mainly put that into play because I done seen people crash out because they hanging with the wrong people or they in the drama and the mess, and I never wanted to be that shit. So I put an effort in to be like, yo, I observe everybody, so I see everybody, and I'm like, yeah, I have to keep them people at bay, especially if I'm trying to get to where I'm getting to. my thing is to get to the bag, get to the money. So I see the people that I need to stay away from. I see the people that's always a mess. I see the people that's, always in some drama or whatever. And my spirit don't fit well with people that's always in drama and mess and gossip and the shit. So I keep them people at bay, and they no hate or anything. I still say, what's up, yo? I talk to you for a minute, but I'm keeping it moving because, I have drive. I have something I'm trying to accomplish, and me being with you is not going to help me get to where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of a tangent. But the main thing about the